Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Facts Over Feels. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Today, we're taking a critical look at one of the most talked about series in recent years, The Boys. Now, before we start, let me say that this show has garnered a massive following and has been praised for its dark humor, gritty storytelling, and unique take on the superhero genre. But is it really all that it's cracked up to be? Since its debut on Amazon Prime, The Boys has been praised by critics, and we know which ones, alike for its subversive tone, shocking scenes, and biting satire. But beneath its provocative veneer and brutal aesthetic, The Boys reveals itself to be a Trojan horse for wokeness, a progressive propaganda machine that blames conservatism for all of society's ills, while glorifying the ideals of the radical left. Far from being a simple critique of superheroes, the show is, in reality, a disguised ideological pamphlet, a full-scale attack on traditional values, and an excessive celebration of progressivism. From the very first episodes, The Boys establishes a Manichaean divide between the evil conservatives and the good progressives. The superheroes, portrayed as corrupt and hypocritical icons, are systematically associated with traditional values: religion, patriotism, capitalism, and family. Homelander, the series' emblematic superhero, embodies this grotesque caricature of conservatism all by himself. He is narcissistic, violent, manipulative, and uses his patriotic image to excuse his crimes. The show leaves no room for nuance. To be conservative is to be inherently evil. Even worse, The Boys takes direct aim at religion, a cornerstone of conservative values. The character of Stormfront, a neo-Nazi superheroine, is used to create a fallacious link between conservatism and extremism. The series suggests that anyone who defends traditional values is, deep down, a potential fascist. This dishonest association is a classic rhetorical tactic of the radical left, which seeks to demonize its opponents rather than engage in constructive debate. On the other hand, characters who embody progressive values are portrayed as flawless heroes. The members of The Boys, the group of vigilantes fighting the superheroes, are all marginalized anti-heroes, but they are consistently on the side of good. Huey, the main character, is a shy and sensitive young man, far from the toxic alpha male stereotype. Maeve, the lesbian superheroine, is depicted as a victim of the patriarchal system. Even Butcher, though violent and cynical, is excused by the series because he fights against the corrupt establishment. The show goes so far as to glorify progressive social movements. In Season 2, the protests against the superheroes are clearly inspired by Antifa and other left-wing groups. The protesters are shown as brave heroes fighting oppression, while law enforcement and authority figures are systematically ridiculed or vilified. This Manichaean worldview, where progressives are always on the right side of history, is not only simplistic, but also deeply dishonest. The Boys doesn't just criticize superheroes, it uses its universe to portray a society where conservatism is the root of all problems. Capitalism is presented as an inherently corrupt system, exploited by unscrupulous corporations like Vought International. The media is shown as a tool of manipulation for the powerful. Even family, a value dear to conservatives, is ridiculed through characters like Homelander, who embodies toxic and abusive fatherhood. In contrast, the series celebrates progressive values without ever questioning their limits. Diversity is ostentatiously showcased, with characters from ethnic, sexual, and gender minorities. But this diversity is often used as a tool for virtue signaling, a way for the show to project a progressive image without ever delving into the issues it claims to champion. LGBTQ+ characters and those from minority backgrounds are often reduced to their identity, as if their mere existence were enough to advance the progressive cause. The Boys is not just an entertaining series, it is a weapon in the culture war waged by the radical left against traditional values. By demonizing conservatism and glorifying progressivism, the show contributes to the delegitimization of conservative ideas in the public mind. It promotes a worldview where conservatives are enemies to be defeated, obstacles to progress and social justice. The Boys is a series that hides behind a subversive facade to spread a clear ideological message. Conservatism is evil. Progressivism is the solution. By demonizing traditional values and glorifying the ideals of the radical left, the show contributes to the spread of wokeness, a toxic ideology that threatens to further divide our societies. Rather than offering intelligent and balanced satire, The Boys opts for cheap provocation and ideological propaganda. It reflects an era where art has become a tool in the culture war, where shows no longer seek to entertain, but to indoctrinate. As a conservative, I can only lament this shift and call for a return to works that prioritize nuance, debate, and the complexity of the real world, rather than caricature and ideology. Remember, this is just our opinion, and we'd love to hear yours too. So, drop a comment below and let us know what you think about The Boys. Do you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in between?